A new report is showing just how popular reproductive tracking apps are handling your personal data. ABC's Ariel Reshef is back with the privacy concerns and how to protect your information.
They're the apps millions of women use to track their fertility, pregnancies, and periods. But this morning, staff researchers at the Mozilla Foundation, a nonprofit that advocates for privacy on the internet, warning that the personal reproductive information you provide to these platforms, like weight, birth plan, pregnancy journals, or doctor's appointments, may not be as private as some want them to be.
And they're collecting a whole lot of data, and they're using very similar privacy policies to the apps you use for recipes or picture sharing or things like that.
The organization looked at 25 popular reproductive health apps, labeling 18 with a privacy not included warning, noting that the data you supply may not be secure, and saying that 8 failed to meet the company's minimum security standards. After Roe v. Wade was overturned earlier this year, many women wondering if they live in states where abortion has been limited or banned, if the data that they enter into apps about their reproductive health would be protected, or if it could be shared with brands, other apps, or even law enforcement.
What we found was most companies had fairly vague statements. That was hard to tell, whether companies would be voluntarily disclose data to law enforcement if they came asking.
Experts say it's up to each person to do their homework and read that fine print before signing off on privacy terms and entering potentially sensitive information online.
I think that each individual consumer has to do a cost-benefit analysis of how useful they find the product and the types of risk they may be exposed to depending on where they live. And I think that there are lots of products available that are ultimately very useful, very popular tools without exposing themselves to as much risk. So for example, one that might store data locally on your phone or that doesn't participate in third-party data sharing.
Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.